Hey everybody, I'm Brian with Fort-Knox Company, and this is our house right here that we are building. This is the third video that I'm making on this, and they're moving so fast that I couldn't even get out here before they got everything framed. They got all the shear walls up. They're already getting prepared to weather it in. They got the roof sheeted. They're just moving fast, so I couldn't even get out here in time. They're already doing the electrical and ducting as well, but you can see behind me they have all the scaffolding up, and they're getting ready to get this thing prepared for stucco. So I'm gonna walk you through the whole floor plan, and I'm gonna be able to show you some of the features that I was talking about that we modified. I think it's the first time that they've done this for Liberty, because I kind of just went all out and kind of moved a lot of walls and added things. So I wanna show them to you now that they're framed. So one of the things that we did here is we actually had them take the house and move it about 16 feet off. Normally they'll do like a 10-foot offset and a 10-foot offset, which is pretty good for most neighborhoods. But I knew that I could probably do a little bit further because we have so much land on the other side, that if I could get 15 or 16 feet right here, this could be RV drive parking and access, and it's out of sight, out of mind. And it's all the way on the side of the house. There's no exterior access out here, just some windows. So this is gonna be RV storage, trailer storage, or something like that. And then we still can utilize the whole other side of the yard and the lot for the actual like open RV storage and drive-through access. So I did this on purpose, had them add a little bit more on the offset so that we could use that as an RV drive and storage. So this is the house. It's the 3250. And we've added it up to about 35 plus 100 square feet because of some of the modifications that we did. It does have the 40 by 16 RV drive. A lot of times they'll let people like move these out 16, 18, 20, I've seen like 20 or 24 feet. We went with 16 feet because this is what I built at the old house. And 16 by 40 works for us because this will be inside storage for our boat or some other type of toys. But this is plenty enough because we have all this land here on the right-hand side where I'll build like a casita or something, and maybe like another garage. But I'll show you some of the modifications that we did here in the garage to add that square footage to the house. So as we walk into the garage, normally this is like a full 2-car garage, but part of it is normally like a tandem. So this is where we bumped it out and made it just a standard 2-car garage. It is still pretty deep. It's a little over 20 feet, fits almost every kind of vehicle. But right here in this area, this would normally be like a walk-through, and it's like a washer dryer hallway on the way out. This would be a solid wall because this would normally be like garage space. But here, because we bumped it out, this gave us plenty of room for our laundry room. This is a very, very big, spacious laundry room. We got an added sink, washer dryer, stand-up cabinet with like a tall utility storage. And then along this wall, we have cabinets running all the way along the base, and it comes up and we have it prepared for a full-size refrigerator. You see they even wrote it down there. So the cabinetry is gonna have this long cabinet right along here with I think like white quartz countertops, and then there's gonna be tons of storage underneath. For now, we're gonna leave all this wall open because we might do some type of accent or textured wall. And then in here, we actually did an accent tile floor to kind of add some color. This is one of the only rooms that we actually kind of went off and did a little bit of like cool accent. So as we exit the laundry room, this has now become a mud room. So we have the tile kind of carried out through the whole entire house. And like I said, this is gonna be the only accent tile here because it's got its own door. But this will be a bench mudroom area. We kept the window to let light in. We'll have another tall storage cabinet that blends in. And I think we're doing the matching wood top that kind of goes with our accents in the kitchen. When you come from the mudroom, we have built-in wall storage, our powder room. We have a circular entry, which is standard. 14-foot vaulted ceilings, standard with that. Comes with like a big old light fixture. We have our courtyard out here, but can't really get a good idea of it. You can see those windows over there. I'll show you from the inside. Gigantic, like 6x6 windows. And those are all standard features with these Liberty homes. Really, really big, nice windows. So now we're standing in the entryway, and this is where we started to make those other modifications. Normally you walk in and this is all open, and this is set as like a big open dining room. And what we did is we bumped this out added these walls here and we enclosed a very large office. It's about 14 by 14. It still leaves this opening really grand. I would say it's at least 8 feet wide, if not larger. Gives you really good wall space here to put up photos and do things. This is an entryway here to our gym. So when you come in the house, you have this wall now that's built, you have a gym entry, and this is added from that square footage. In the normal footprint, you'll see this wall right here and there'd be an office. We bumped that in for the butler's pantry and then added this in here for the gym. And because of the extra square footage added over here from that garage bump out, we're able to put this gym inside the house. So when you come inside here, we're gonna have the door offset a little bit more. That way there's a little bit over 30 inches on the right-hand side for cabinetry when you enter. This is 6 by 6 here. This is almost 12 by 18, which is just about as big as a gym space that we had at one of the other houses. So we know this is gonna work for us. Has a really nice south-facing window, but there's plenty of room and everything inside here to have your own little personal gym, or maybe like a home theater at some point if we decide to move the gym elsewhere. But this is really nice. This is gonna be kind of like our specialty room. It's gonna have all of our gym equipment and workout stuff. We're gonna put the rubber flooring in here. Another really cool thing about being able to see all this from day one and have it built is that you can document everything that's here. Like we're gonna have video of all this and photos, but it's good to know where all the plumbing's at, ventilation boxes, electrical lines, so that if you ever wanna open up a wall or screw things into the wall, you can also see and refer back to some of your photos. And I always recommend people when they're building to do this, come through and just take photos. If you ever want to open up a wall, you want to know where that water line's at, you want to know where that vent pipe is at. This is probably one of the most common things that I see people screwing into walls, and they hit just a random vent pipe that goes up. So these are things that you can document and plan ahead. So now we're exiting the gym area. Again, this is 6 by 6, really big. And then we come out here into the living room. When we first drew this up, we didn't really know where this wall was gonna sit. And I could kind of see the map or the blueprints by scale, and I kind of was measuring it, and I said, we need to make sure this is at least 6 feet. That way it still feels really big and open, and we're not walking down like a tight hallway right here. We plan on maybe doing some type of light feature and then maybe like a small dining area here because there's plenty of room for here, the living room. But we did this office here. And I wanted to make sure that this office didn't creep in too much to the living room to turn this space right here into a hallway. So we kept that really big. It's a little bit over 6 feet. And then we have our 14 by 14 office here. So now we're looking at the office from the living room area. And what we did here is we wanted to keep all that 6 by 6 glass open. We added that accent window. I'll give you a look at that. That goes into the hallway. It's kind of just a cool feature that we thought of. But we wanted to keep this as open as we could to let light in still. So we have 2 feet of glass, 36-inch glass door, and 2 feet of glass. So this whole wall right here has a lot of glass and will still let light through it. And when you come in here into the office, this is roughly 14 by 14 feet, plenty of room. We're gonna be doing some like built-in bookshelves with like a little reading nook, like a little reading section. Our offices, this will be like where all the video editing and YouTube stuff and Fort-Knox things will be going on. So this will be the workplace for the office. And this is an accent window that we added. That way we can let light in here, let it into the hallway because we added this wall for the hallway. I did not want that to be just a giant solid wall that you walk by. That lets light in and it kind of creates just an accent feature into the office. And then obviously light here all the way out there to that 16-foot slider. So now we're leaving the office and we're gonna head down the hallway. And this is where we have the standard hallway, which again is about 4 feet plus. And then we have that accent window that lets light in. So while you're walking through this space, you don't have just this dead wall, like just a closed dark hallway. We have our lighting, but we still wanted to be able to let whatever natural light was here come through. You can look into the office. It's just kind of like a fun, cool thing. This is standard here. These 6 by 6 windows are so cool. You can see right out into the courtyard. Really big. They come a little bit down to the ground. I say about 2 feet, but it lets tons of light in. And then there's a built-in cabinetry area here. We just did lower cabinets, and again, kind of keeping it open for future cabinets or maybe like an accent. As far as all of the bedrooms, we have walk-in closets into each bedroom. They have their own bathroom. This bathroom has a walk-in closet and a Jack and Jill. And then we can go over here. And this right here is the 4th bedroom, which does share that Jack and Jill. but it has a regular like sliding closet, but it's still pretty big. This is going to be the playroom, rec room for the kids, large windows. Maybe we'll do like a Murphy bed or something like that to be able to still have like a guest stay over. So coming down the hallway, we can go all the way down here to the master bedroom now. So in the original footprint, there was a door here that would give you access, and we didn't really need that. Kind of takes away the space and the way you can put furniture in the room, in our opinion. So we wanted to give ourselves more options as far as furniture placement. You can do like a large, like relaxing reading chair again. We have big windows, again, about 2 feet off the ground. It's really nice and grand. So this would be the wall probably where you put the headboard. You got your feature wall you can maybe do. One of the things that we also added was gas and electrical for the outside. So if we do the pool, we have gas already out here and built into the house. This saves a lot of money in the future so that when you're building your pool, they don't have to do very much trenching. They can come right out of the house and put your pool equipment there. So again, some of the advantages of building from day one is that you can pay for this ahead of time. It's a lot cheaper to do it through the build than it is to do through the pool company with all of that trenching. As we come from the master bedroom, we have one of the first walk-in closets. Here, the walls used to actually go in at a 45-degree angle. We bumped them out so that we'd have a nice straight shot through the bathroom. Just added about almost 2 more feet to the shower, which made it feel a little bit bigger. And that gives us our big shower. We're gonna have dual shower heads in here. And they also offer like rain shower heads. You can pretty much customize whatever you want, but we just wanted at least 2 shower heads here. And it has the bench and everything. So most of this is pretty standard, other than the added shower head and then bumping this out. This used to kind of come in and you had a cut in where the glass was. We just bumped it out to make it straight. You have your vanity, your wet room, and then you also have a large vanity that wraps around with the bench. This will be my wife's area. You can do the chair and the seating. You have lots of mirrors up here, lighting, and then this is one of the big custom features that we did in the bathroom. So this right here is what we kind of did in the bathroom as one of our bigger upgrades. There's normally like a 5x6 window, and we wanted to go 5x7 or get it as large as we could to go down by the ground. And that way it would make the tub actually feel like it's sitting in front of a window instead of sitting up against a pony wall and feeling dark. We wanted to let as much light in as we could, and because of the freestanding tub, we did like a pretty symmetrical, even freestanding tub. So they'll do the center drain here. We have the water coming up from behind it, so we don't have it on either side. It's kind of in the middle. Everything very symmetrical. But this is probably one of the bigger features in the house as far as the bathrooms go, where we brought this giant window all the way down to the ground so the bathtub can sit in front of all that light. We also added a J-box up here into the ceiling so that we could hang some type of small chandelier and not have to do a recessed light. But again, with the electrical, we just had them switch that out so we could do a fixture instead of just a recessed light there. I think they call it like a J-box. So as we leave the master bedroom, we come back out here into the living room. We did do the 16-foot slider. It's a 4-panel slider. Wanted to make sure that there was areas for maybe like a doggy door or something. We did do the fireplace. I had them frame it out for 3 feet and 3 feet on either side. Gives us a really large wall. You don't have to worry about what size TV that you put in here. Might later on do an accent with a large wood mantle. But this is something that we did add onto the floor plan. Made sure that we ran electrical for the center of the room so that we could plug in or run any accessories without any type of cords or extension cords and having to have corner tables out somewhere. So this is something that we had them do ahead of time while they poured the slab. Get some electrical out here for the living room. And this is the kitchen. This is one of the biggest customization features that we did. We bumped out the island, brought it all the way out here to kind of match the footprint. We brought cabinets all the way out here, added in some more. A lot of different electrical options here. Windows, a standard like 4x4. We have a large sink. We did the centered 48-inch stove. They're building in the fridge, microwave, oven, some more countertop, and normally you would have a pantry right here. Normally this would just be the kitchen. The wall would run straight, and in the back corner of your kitchen, you'll have a corner pantry. And we felt like with the house this large, and just because, you know, you have kids and family and food, and it's just might need more storage, we didn't think that this would be enough, and we had been falling in love with this Butler pantry feature we've seen at some other models. So when I went to go redesign it, this is one of the main things that we were looking for in floor plans. And cool thing about Liberty is they let you do this stuff. So I drew this all out and they said yes. So as we come through the kitchen, instead of having that pantry, you're gonna have cabinets coming around. We walk through this into the butler's pantry, and then we have cabinetry that comes around. We have our sink, then we have cabinets that come up. We have this wired in for a wine fridge. And then here we have our pantry. So as you come into the butler's area, you have a prep area, you have cabinetry, storage. We have a little bit open above the sink, the wine fridge, and then we also have the actual pantry now. This is gonna be a frosted glass door for the pantry. You're gonna be able to walk in here, and now you actually have a pantry room that you can walk into. And then we have electrical in here just in case we have any type of appliances or features later on. Just threw it in there. It's pretty cheap to kind of add some of these outlets. So throw them in somewhere like the closets or the pantries. You never know when you'll need it. But it is going to be really nice to have an actual walk-in pantry now, separated with the door, along with this prep space. And we can maybe even keep some appliances and things in here and keep all of the countertops out here more open. And then this is pretty much standard. They have this very, very large, it's a little bit over 44, 45 foot patio. It's all covered. They'll do a concrete slab. You can do pavers if you like. We did add this feature wall, but otherwise they'd have like a regular slider, but we did do the 16-foot opening. When you step out here to the patio, we're gonna have the pool built and have everything cool decked and matched to the texture here and there. So when you come out, this should be a totally seamless like pool area, play area. And then you'll have your storage still. You'll still have that 16-foot offset on the side over there for maybe if you want to build it out or do like a dog run. And then we have the other quarter of the acre over here open for that casita build one day. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you can kind of see our vision for this house. Once we get the drywall up and we can get a better feel for what these rooms are like when they're finished, I'll do a video on that. And if you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll be doing videos on this build. And as they're building in our community, some of the other houses, whenever I can, I'll try to get some pictures and video of that. And I'll be doing some stuff on those too, in case you're curious. I will put Liberty Homes contacts and stuff in the bottom there in case you want to check out their website, maybe buy one of their houses. But other than that, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next build.